Must surrender to my fate. There's no way out and no.
The story starts with an exorcist riding a dragon claiming him to be the strongest exorcist in the world. He uses thousands of talismans to annihilate an entire army of demons. As we move to the present, he is extremely wounded. He explains the kingdom took all his people as hostages and sent his favorite student to kill him. At his dying moments, he takes out a special talisman and casts a spell which will reincarnate him. Moving to the present, we see a man casting a magical spell to unveils the MC's powers. Through the ritual, they figure out that our MC called Psycha has no magic powers. He explains that he has been reincarnated as the third son of a magic family. The next day, Psycha uses a bunch of leaves to try making shikigami, which he makes successfully. His bigger brother Glide comes out nowhere and starts bullying him. As he tries to punch him, Psycha uses his shikigami crows to fend him off. Psycha tells us that on his seventh, no one cared about him as his mother was a mistress. On the door there is a girl called Ifa. She tells Psycha that she found his robe as they were conversing. Glide comes by and belittles Psycha for having no magic and telling him that he is the family's pride. He further tells him that he is being admitted to the Ludonia Academy, the country's greatest academy. As Psycha's father was going by, he tells him that if he can join them for lessons. He agrees. In the practice, his brothers showcases their flashy magic spells. When it's Psycha's turn, Glide underestimates him. Psycha chants a magic spell and combines it with his exorcism spell to make a blue fireball and breaks the stone target to pieces. Everyone is shocked. Psycha asks his father if he can learn magic, but his father says no, but he will hire him a tutor. Time passed by as Psycha continues to learn magic. After a time skip, he is now 11 years old. He explains that in his previous life he sealed very strong ayakashis and made them serve him. He tries to summon his least threatening one. He chants an ancient spells and a woman comes out through a portal. As soon as the girl is out, she jumps on him. She is called Yuki. He tells her that she looks small. She says him maybe it's because of his spiritual power not being enough. As he tries to send her back, she turns into an animal and says she will stick by him. On the other hand, Ifa is being scolded by Glide for spilling water on him. He tells her she must come and serve him tonight. Psycha intervenes and tells him he has business with her. This guy is so annoying, guys. As he tries to punch Psycha, he blocks it easily. He gets frustrated and leaves. On the backyard, Ifa and Psycha discover a wounded animal. Psycha tells Ifa to close her eyes. He then casts a spell and heals the animal. Psycha tells her that he knows she has the ability to detect spiritual animals. Ifa gets flustered. She shows him that she can use elementals and know about her surroundings. Psycha is impressed as she can control them however she wants. Psycha offers to teach her magic and showcases a bit off his magic. Psycha thinks she has a lot of potential. As time passes, Psycha continues to teach Ifa magic. A small time skip happens and it's Psycha's 12th birthday. As usual, no one seems to care about him. As he was leaving to his room, his brothers stop him and offer to teach him swordsmanship. While they were talking, a maid comes and tells them that a huge monster has infiltrated the mansion. Glide runs away and Psycha rushes off to see if Ifa is safe. As she was about to be attacked, she uses her magic to brush it off. Psycha lures the salamander and leaps in the air, performing a very strong spells and tames it. Everyone is shocked and appreciates Psycha for saving them. Psycha is treated with a luxurious meal for saving everyone. His father is impressed by his heroic feat. His eldest brother seems very impressed, but Glide is getting pissed. His father asks what he wants as a reward. Psycha says that if he has an opportunity, he would like to enroll into Ludonia Academy. His father allows to send him there. Psycha tells his father if he can take Ifa as his servant. His father says no, since she has no magic. Psycha tells him that she will shows him what she is capable of. She calls forth the elementals and make a huge fireball with it. Seeing her performance, his father agrees. Glide tells him how can he allow him to go to the academy, since only one person from the magic family can enroll into the academy. His father tells him that he will be the one to go to the army. He tells Glide that he has always slacked off and done nothing praiseworthy to go to the academy. Glide challenges Psycha to a duel and the winner will go to the academy. Psycha has no problem and the duel will happen in the tomorrow in the noon. In the night, Psycha's eldest brother comes to his room and wishes him happy birthday. He gifts him a glass pen. He says that he is very proud to be his brother and tells him to go easy on Glide. As Saika was talking to Yuki, a wind spell blasts through the window. It's Glide outside. He tells him to come down and fight him. He says he is going to win and casts a tornado of fire on Saika, but Saika seems to be unfazed. He is shocked and casts a wind arrow, but Saika stops it with a barrier. As he continues to attack, Saika takes out a talisman and casts a controlling spell on Glide. Saika twists the hand of the talisman and Glide undergoes severe pain. He gives up and Saika tells him he must forfeit tomorrow. He faints in pain. In a flashback, we see Saika summoning a huge one-eyed giant. He tells him to drag a huge salamander to the mansion. This was all planned by him. In the morning, Saika and Ifa prepares to leave and is sent off by his eldest brother. As they go by, Saika suffers from motion sickness and is not feeling well. On the other hand, Saika's father says that 12 years ago Saika was dropped off by a mysterious woman. He is the son of his eldest brother Gilbert, who left the family to become an adventurer. He further explains that it is very odd for a child to perform magic at the age of 4, so he did a ritual to see if he is a demon, but he is not since he has no magic. And he noticed the magic he uses is very different from others. He is unsure if Saika will become an enemy or a demon king, so he sent him off to the academy. On the other hand, Saika is still suffering from motion sickness. The next day, they attend the academy. When they tells the instructor he is from the Lamprog clan, everyone is shocked. As Ifa attempts the test first, she passes it with flying colors. When Saika attempts the test, the orb has no reaction. He tells her has no magic and if it's mandatory. She is flustered but tells him he can still attend the exam. As the people start talking about him, a girl comes out of the crowd and shuts them up. She places her hand on the orb and it goes white, which means she has all 4 attributes. She passes the test with flying colors and takes her leave. Saika gives the written exam, and when it comes to the physical exam, they all have to hit a target with magic. People one after another perform low-tier magic. It's Ifa's turn. She calls her fire elementals and perform a very strong spell. She moves to the next target and perform wind magic. Everyone is shocked. Saika's is very impressed by her performance. Now it's Saika's turn now. He casts instantaneous fire magic and burns the target. He moves on to the next target and cracks the target up from the inside using his key, which shocks everyone. He moves on to the water attribute and uses his talisman to freeze the entire target. He then quits, telling that's all he is capable of. At the evening, the instructor tells his colleague what a beast Saika's is, considering he has no magic. He tells her that another girl destroyed all 4 attribute targets and she will most likely be the next hero. The next day, it's the results. Ifa is very tensed. As Saika looks through board, he sees that he became 3rd, losing out to Ifa on the practical exam, questioning himself how. And the topper is Amiu, the bright red-haired girl. They get themselves their dorm letters. As they walk by, Saika notices a bunch of dark elementals. As it belongs to the academy, Ifa thinks it's best to not mess with it. As they were leaving, Saika leaves multiple talismans, and the grand buffet. Saika and Ifa enjoy their food, and Amiya gives out a speech as the student council president. Saika notices something is wrong with the magic circle. Something seems to approach the door. It explodes and 3 lesser demons come through. Everyone is packing and escaping. Saika observes that some people are trying to hunt the demons using low-class magic. As they were about to be killed, Amiya saves them and tells them to escape. Saika thinks the monsters are very slow and are stalling. He uses his talismans to look through the entire academy and finds the caster. He tells Ifa to escape if she feels any danger. Saika slowly approaches the monster with nostalgia and recites a poem. The monster tells Saika that he must be a fool to approach him. As he summons a few demons, Saika instantly kills them. The demon is impressed by Saika's weird teleportation magic. As Saika tries to attack him, he nullifies it instantly. Saika performs a few more spells, but the demon is unfazed. He summons multiple swords and manages to injure Saika. With a flashy move, he gets behind Saika and takes one of his hands. Saika asks him what he was looking for. Since the demon was impressed by his peculiar magic, he tells him that he is looking for the hero. He then attacks the injured Saika and instantly kills him. As he was about to leave, Saika starts reciting poems. Saika stands on top of his sword and tells him that he killed his master and he is the monster in the poem. The demon throws a knife, but he is unaffected. Saika looks like a god. He tells him that no matter how strong you are, you must be cunning. As the monster tries to attack him, he dodges it easily and casts an enormous water spell, drowning the monster. The monster teleports on top of Saika and tries to attack him. He dodges it and summons an electric creature. Its thunder directly hits the demon, injuring it. As Saika looks for the monster, it gets behind him and stabs his heart, but he comes back to life with a talisman. He explains to the demon how he casted all the magic, but the demon thinks it's impossible and he uses charms. Saika shows all his talisman and tells him that he has made them for years and they will never finish. Saika has other things to do, so he uses a talisman to summon a dragon. The monster is in disbelief, as even the demon king can't summon a dragon. The dragon instantly kills the demon and tries to run away, but Saika somehow manages to send it back through the portal. As he reaches the hall, he sees Amiyu has slain all the lower-ranked demons. Saika plans to make friends with Amiyu and reap the benefits of it. Saika wishes Amiyu mourning, but she completely ignores him. As Ifa and Saika were walking, a huge cauldron full of something drops from the sky, but Saika dodges it. It was a mistake done by one of the instructor. It is monster blood the instructor uses for research. He tried to levitate it, but he failed. He apologizes and takes his leave. After the class ends, the instructor tells the student ranked 1 and 2 must go to the forest to deliver a roaster as tradition. Saika has a bad feeling about it, so he tells Ifa to reject so he can go. On the day of the ceremony, the instructor hands them the roaster. As Saika tries to talk with Amiyu, they reach a mysterious magic circle and gets themselves transported to a dungeon. A bunch of monsters come from the back, but Amiyu defeats them easily. As Saika was complimenting her, a monster comes behind Amiyu, but Saika kills it off in an instant. Saika uses a talisman to light up the dungeon. A bunch of monsters attack them from the front. As Amiyu kills them one after another, she gets hit. Saika comes to save her, concealing his powers. As Amiyu faints, he can now use his powers freely. Saika summons the giant centipede. It kills all the monsters in mere seconds. Amiyu wakes up and sees Saika sitting beside her and all her wounds fixed up. She is amazed by his skills, but she has been having frequent headaches. Saika sets up a barrier and the headache disappears. He thinks she is being cursed. Saika made a substitute for her with a strand of her hair. She asks Saika if he has done anything with Ifa yet, but he says no. Saika tells her he is a son of a mistress and always feels out of place. She says that her parents say that she was a battle junkie who always liked fighting and she is not normal. Saika says that she will live her dream of having endless fights. They continue to run through the dungeon, teaming up together. They enter the boss room and a huge Naga awakens. Saika attacks it with magic, but it's unfazed. With Amiyu's skills and Saika's binding magic, they tie it up and Amiyu finishes it off. Amiyu hugs him out of joy. After the battle, Saika gives her the sword they got as a reward. The instructors weren't even aware of the existence of the dungeon. Saika drops by the instructor and tells him that Amiyu is fine and how his ritual is going. Saika figures out that he was the one who summoned the monsters and cursed Amiyu. Saika tells him to show his true form. He takes off his glasses and tells he is a human spy for the demons. He says Saika is an hindrance and casts multiple high-tier magic. Saika tells him that his curse is not on Amiyu but has been transferred to his talisman. Saika summons a demon and uses his blood to transfer the curse to him. He then uses a spell with exorcism to place the curse on the instructor and immediately kills him. Saika says Yuki he figured it out using his Shikigami. This concludes today's video. Next video will be on the 20th. Make sure to like and subscribe for future videos.